So we were coming in here, and I was going really slow because I was going from like 3 meters under the keel to 2 meters to 1 meter. It's a little bit of a lesson in sort of Italian customs process and all that. It's just you never really know who to talk to and what the process really is to get something cleared through customs.
They say that a little separation is good for the marriage, and so it was that I spent 10 days on board Sea Rose at a marina outside of Rome, a spot appropriately called Porto Romano. We were lucky to find this little waterfront oasis, separate from all the hustle and bustle. The marina fees included a one-day pass to the Porto Romano Club, with its main attraction a zero-entry, hexagonal-shaped pool. I'd have to find the perfect day that I could hang out hedonistically at this pool guilt-free. But for now, the boat project list was calling.
This is what it looks like when your wife leaves you alone on a boat and goes home and leaves you with a bunch of projects to do and maybe a few projects you wanted to do yourself. I've got the table top off. I'm varnishing those panels here. Got scrap stuff left over from varnishing. And down below, tools out everywhere, parts, power tools, hand tools, hardware, sockets, rags, brushes, floorboards up, trying to get access to electronics and extra parts and stuff like that up here, hand tools, compost bins that have a plan to go inside here but haven't been put together yet. But at least the forward cabin, the bed's made. But in all seriousness, when you have to do work on a boat, it's actually helpful to not have a lot of people around because it's tight quarters as it is. And it's nice to be able to kind of pull out all your tools and have them all available because you never know what you're going to need when. And so that's what this week has been like for me. It's actually been pretty productive. Did a lot of work on the electronics, the new instrument panel up there, this color display that shows our energy consumption and energy generation, digital thermostats for our refrigerators, mounted the single sideband which used to be hanging down from underneath here.
And the pool day, meanwhile, got pushed out as I worked on getting a new table shipped from Genoa.
So I just got out of the Porto Romano administrative office. They're helping me to get a tabletop sent from Genoa as a replacement. They're helping me try to get it through customs and get it to here. It's been a big pain. So Genoa didn't have one available in France, so they sent one from their Charleston, South Carolina office or factory, which seemed like it made sense at the time, but then when it came here, I had to owe import duties, and it got snagged up in customs. They had to need all this stuff like passport numbers, and so it was supposed to come yesterday. We're leaving after tomorrow, so it has to come tomorrow, otherwise we're gone. And this is the I think the third attempt we've had to try to get the table sent to us. We had another marina lined up to accept it, and then it was delayed in shipping from the US, and before that we were trying to get it sent to France, to Cannes, where we had the boat commissioned at SAS. So it's a little bit of a lesson in sort of Italian customs process and all that. It's just you never really know who to talk to and what the process really is to get something cleared through customs. I just had to pay $75 of import duty. I don't know how they calculate that kind of stuff, and there was some question about whether I'd owe some transportation costs, even though it was paid through from Genoa in America. So, at some point I didn't know if I'd have to pay some sort of a bribe to get it here or whatnot. It's a really kind of a pain for us Americans to don't have to deal with bribes. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll come tomorrow, and we'll get it all squared away, and we'll be all set. But it's definitely been taking a lot of time. The staff here has been really helpful, trying to help and call UPS and get the runaround and stick with it and keep emailing them. So I'm thankful for that. and because the UPS office in Italy doesn't speak any English. So we'll see if we can get by and get this tabletop delivered and installed, and we can be on our way. We won't be shipping a lot more stuff from the U.S. On, like not being carried by us, but shipping it by other means will be a pain. When we carry it, when we fly here, it seems like it goes a little bit easier, a lot easier actually.
Despite some of the hassles, the town of Fiumicino, where I was located, is a great place to get parts and supplies, and I was able to keep out of trouble playing electrician and plumber and painter. In the course of the 10 days, I think I found every marine and hardware store in the area, first by driving the marina's courtesy car until the muffler fell off, then by renting the ever so popular Fiat Panda. These little manual transmission cars zip around with ease and slide into the narrowest of parking spots, and one day it took me to the immense Leroy Merlin home improvement store. This French-based chain is not quite the size of a Lowe's or Home Depot in the States, but I was left drooling at the full-length aisle of home automation and wireless products. These Europeans, of both genders by the way, really love their home gadgetry. Will today be the day to lounge by the pool? Alas, there were piles of laundry to do. When you take a normal 1 or 2 week vacation, you can typically get by without doing laundry. Longer than this, and you need to hunt around for a laundromat, and as a result, it feels a little less like the carefree vacations of yesteryear. Continuing my fascination with European automation, I do like how most of the laundromats have a central kiosk that takes your cash or credit card and activates the appropriate machine. No more lining up your coins in narrow slots and shoving them in, hoping the person before you didn't jam it all up with a wooden nickel. With European ingenuity and some influence from the very pink surroundings, there's a certain zen experience doing laundry at 6 a.m. in the morning. The time for Karen's return was fast approaching, and I needed to start provisioning for our departure. There were no grocery stores the size of Leroy Merlin, just the small corner stores, and I got busy with our shopping list. It seems that wherever you go here, the hub of activity is always at the back of the store at the deli counter. Here in Italy, you'll find everything as long as it's related to ham. With my poor Italian, I typically hold up 4 fingers to order 400 grams of sliced prosciutto, but when they'd happily package up just 4 thin slices, I knew it was time to improve my command of Italian numbers. Wine shopping was thankfully less stressful. Can a bottle of €2 wine really taste okay? Yes, indeed. At these prices, no wonder Mediterranean dwellers live such a long and carefree life. Sign me up. And that darn pool still beckoned. Soon, I kept promising myself.
It's been a good week, but I'm ready to move on, and Karen's coming back tomorrow, so we'll get underway the day after that and start doing some more cruising, and the boat's going to be in better shape, a little bits of improvement here and there. It feels good to the boat was new and had a lot of great features to it, but you want to sort of customize it with certain things that are important either to you or to what really works well for cruising. So that's been a lot of my focus this week is on those projects, and there always will be more things to do, but we're going to start out this leg of our summer cruise with a boat that's significantly improved from where it was a week or 10 days ago.
Once back on board, Karen helped to stow the wine in our new cellar that only a French boat builder like Genoa could pull off. We finally made it to the pool for a relaxing afternoon, and then cast off our lines the next morning.
So it feels great to be back underway. We're looking forward to this. It's sort of our final section of our summer. Several groups of friends coming out to visit us, some of which are already here in Italy. So we're getting back underway. It feels good. We've got a lot of improvements on the boat, so we'll be kind of watching and testing those. And today is sort of a light wind day. We're headed down to a place called Gaeta, and we're gonna stop before then, partway there today, and then go the rest of the way tomorrow.
Pre-dawn sunrise here at San Felice, Cercio, or at least looking away from San Felice, Cercio. This is the town, or at least the marina over here, and that's Mount Cercio. And over here is a bunch of lightning we've been sort of watching the last hour or so. It's been kind of moving that way, but there's lots of rumbling up in the sky. We've got a nice view over here, and we got not such a nice view over here. Right now it seems like it's all lighting up in the sky. I can't tell for sure. And really kind of funky clouds over here that are sort of, I don't know, very dark gray and kind of like smooth edges. And actually pretty cool clouds up there too. So we're watching this closely ever since our thunderstorm attack over in Sardinia with the Matt and Michelle. We've been very cautious when we see lightning, trying to keep a close eye on it and not get surprised by it. When we came in here last night, it was tricky because it's really shallow here. We have like a meter and a half underneath the keel, and we had to go really slow because there's a sandbank. Let me get up here. So this is the marina, and they've got a breakwater that comes out, and these kind of makeshift channel buoys. And there's a sandbank right here just off of the jetty, and another sandbank right here. And we saw this catamaran anchored, so we said, oh, that's pretty good. So we were coming in here, and I was going really slow because I was going from like 3 meters under the keel to 2 meters to 1 meter. And we did a really slow loop around behind the catamaran to see if we had swinging room. And we did, but it was down to like 1 meter next to them. So sometimes you come into places where it's like so deep that it's hard to anchor, like we had with Steve and Christy over near Giglio. And then other times it's like so totally shallow that you got to be really careful. It's definitely become less crowded. I mean, this feels like a place that would have 20 boats in it in July or August, and there were only 2 boats anchored when we came in, and then these other boats joined us. So you can there's some crackling in the clouds above me. You can definitely feel the season changing, and it's getting cool. I've got a sweatshirt on this morning, and last night I had a sweatshirt on. So we were talking about maybe going swimming off the swim platform last night, and neither of us really kind of made that happen because I think it was just a little bit chilly. So it feels good. It's nice not to be sweating at like 9 o'clock in the morning. This Mount Cercio is leftover volcanic sort of geology, and then, if I don't move too quickly for you, over here in the distance there is what's called the Tuscan Islands, and we're going to go there in a couple days with Gary, Karen, Tim, and Lisa when they arrive tomorrow. So we're going to check those out. There's like 3 islands here, and then there's another couple islands further away. Supposed to be nice to see, and those are leftover volcanic activities. So we're in the area of volcanic sort of geology. Further down beyond Naples, of course, is Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius. We all know what that did. So again, beautiful sort of pre-dawn sky here. I imagine the sun's going to be just down there beyond that far ridge, so that'll be nice to see that. Starting to get a little bit of a wind here, so I think I'm going to bring up the dinghy, put it on the davits as a precautionary measure, because it's getting very, very dark over there, and the sky is just getting very funky, so time to shift into gear here. So here comes the wind and the rain, the dark clouds, so we're definitely going to get hit by something here. So we got the sunrise coming up, but we got booming thunder coming up over us. We put the Dodger, middle window of the Dodger up, pulled the dinghy up. Right now we're just sort of watching all this stuff here above us. Now it's 17, 16 knots, but we're ready. We're ready, right?
We're ready.
We're not quite awake, but we're ready.
All right, it's all calm after the little storm passed by. It ended up not being quite as bad as we thought, but you never know. These things can be hard to predict just by looking at them, but this is looking downwind from where we were, or where we are, and you can see all the dark clouds, and the sun was just coming up when the storm came, so sun was up and then it got covered up by the clouds, and this is the whole system that's moved kind of, I guess this is sort of southeast or east from where we are. Pretty cool sky, and you can see back where it came from over here is all clear sky, so calm, relatively calm winds. We're going to get underway here shortly and head over to Gaeta. It was a good wake-up call this morning, got us out of bed, got us moving, had an early breakfast, and now we'll get underway quicker. We were going to go ashore here, and this is apparently some good sightseeing here, but we had to pull up the dinghy and get that all situated, so it's kind of more work to put it back down and get the motor on and do all that. So we're just going to go and do some sightseeing when we get to Gaeta, which is supposed to be very pleasant as well. So, all right, so that's the status. Some sea rose, another storm dodged.
Okay, we're up off the water.
Join us next time as we pick up family members in Gaeta and continue our sailing south through the Pontine Islands and onward to the beautiful Amalfi Coast region of Italy.